So I just wanted to do a little quick demonstration, or actually talk about these couple tools real quick for a second. I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see it. This Bostitch staple gun right here is the best staple gun that I've ever used. I've actually only had one other one. I had one when I was 19 and I got it used. And you can tell this one right here is fairly new. I've only had it for like maybe a year and a half or 2 years. And my other one that I got when I was 19 years old, when I first started working for myself and went out in the business for myself, lasted up until then. And it was used when I got it. So this is by far, it's an awesome gun. It's super fast. I want to just do a little demonstration real quick with it. I'm gonna let my wife take my phone and let her watch. This gun is super fast. Yeah, sideways like that. They don't miss a beat. I mean, very rarely does it misfire. And if it starts to misfire, I'll add a little drop of oil in the back part right here, and I'll slide this back, and I'll put a couple little drops of oil right down there for that push rod to come out. That's once in a blue moon do I have to do that. Outside of that, this thing is awesome. It's really fast. Watch this. It'll go just as fast as you can go, and it won't miss a beat. And it's real easy to change the staples. These are 3/4 inch staples, by the way. I always use a 3/4 inch unless I buy them out and they don't have enough. But these things right here are awesome. They last a really long time. I wouldn't recommend any other staple gun if you're going to be doing underlayment, a lot of underlayment. This is awesome. Like I said, the first one I got, what's the thing?
In the comments.
The first time I got one, like I said, I was 19 and it was used then. And what happened?
Christian Wilson, I hear you.
What happened? The push rod that pushes the staple out right there actually broke off, and that's what went out in it. The gun still worked. That push rod just finally wore out and broke. So I'm 41 years old, and I had it from 19 till probably 39. So that's 20 years I got out of it, and it was a used gun. So that's super awesome. Like I said, it'll go just as fast as you can go, and it won't miss a beat. I love that gun. I will never buy another brand of staple gun for underlayment. I'll probably never have to. That gun right there will probably last me throughout the rest of my career, because I don't have a whole lot left. Anyway, I usually will buy the brand Skil for skill saws just because they're cheap and affordable, and you know, every few years you'll have to buy one. This time I thought I would step up just a little bit and get a little bit of a nicer one, and I bought this Ridgid.
That's right, Devin, it doesn't.
What's that?
He said that you were right, that thing doesn't miss a beat.
Oh yeah, and I got this Ridgid. I thought I would upgrade and get a little bit of a better saw. Well, this has got its pros and cons about it. It does have an Allen right here, and the wrench for it is real conveniently like stuck right there in the handle. And it's got this nice fat handle to grab onto right there. The only problem with that is whoever designed this saw must not use a Skil saw, because anybody who uses a Skil saw will pull the guard up and start cutting like that, okay? Well, look at that. This handle is way over here. So if you've got the guard in your thumb, you gotta reach way over here with your pinky to grab that. So that's kind of ridiculous. I don't like that at all. It's a real poor design if you ask me. And the handle, if you got real big man hands, rawr, or you wear the glove, you don't have, look at that. I better watch myself, it's plugged up. Let me unplug it. You don't hardly have any room in there. That's got such a small handle. I didn't even think about that when I bought this. It's like really snug on your hand, getting in the handle right there. So that kind of stinks about that. And once you get it going, I do like, these are nice and clear right here. If you put it on this mark right here, you're taking the line, you're leaving the line on right here. If you go to this side right here, you're taking the mark off. So I do like that about the saw. That's nice and easy to follow. And I just don't like that, and I don't like the handle about it, because that is way too far over to grab a hold of.
Carpet guy says he wished that held more staples and that you need to cut your subfloor with your knife.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I wish it does, because it takes like five rows of staples, I think, is what I get per board. So I wish I had a bigger cartridge holder myself.
And Devin said he used the same gun, but not that fast. I think that's what he said.
Oh, well, anyway. And I always use the Diablo blades. And this is a 60 tooth for my skill saw. I done got it wore off, but it's brand new. I just put it on there for this job. But it is, you can't hardly tell right there, but it says Ultra Finish. And it's a 60 tooth. I like these Diablo blades because they're nice and thin. Just look how skinny that blade is compared to some of the other blades that are out there. These Diablo blades last a lot longer, and they're a lot more precise because they're thin. I really like that about these blades. Anyway, I just wanted to give my take on these couple of tools right here because I use them all the time, and especially here lately I've been doing a lot of solid surface. And I just wanted to tell the pros and cons about these couple little tools right here. This is super awesome. And this is super awesome about this saw. However, overall, I don't like the saw. I won't buy it again. When it goes out, I'll probably just go back to the regular Skil brand. I'm not a framer, so I don't have a big framing Skil saw. I always get these kind right here that has the handle here rather than the big long ones like framers use. So I just wanted to give my take on those, and hopefully somebody can benefit from it. Anyway.
Christian said, are you doing LVT or vinyl sheets?
I am doing LVP on this job. There's about 3,000 square feet on this particular job. This room right here is, I got about 1,740 square feet going in this room. 1,740 square feet in this room alone. And something else I wanted to point out, there's actually underlayment on the floor right now. Look at this right here. See these green squares? This is that underlayment I switched up and tried to use at one time, and I was having the same issues. So I went back to using this regular Lowe's brand because the gaps and stuff, this underlayment right here actually comes in 4x5 sheets. It's more convenient to work with. And I think, if I ain't mistaken, it was a true quarter, where this underlayment right here that I get from Lowe's is a shaved quarter. These are 4x5, and I was paying $15 a sheet for them. And these are 4x8s, and I'm paying $15.90, whatever it is. Anyway, it's like $1 more for an extra 3 foot in board. So it's by far a better deal. And I was having the same issues. I mean, these things are not true. None of these are true. And you can see here, I got a little gap right here, and then it's tight. All the rest of it. So that's what made me want to switch up and go to the other underlayment right here. But even with them being small enough to be 4x5 sheets, I was still having the same issue. I mean, in the 4 foot width. Just like these are right here, it was still tight and off and tight and off. I don't guess that anybody makes a true lumber anymore. But anyway, something I wanted to point out about this. That staple gun saves you tons of floor prep. Look at all this stuff right here. Whoever put this down used screws. If you see all these dark spots, those are screws where they sunk in, and then they had to mud over the entire floor to get all of those holes filled. So even if you use ring shank nails, some people will use ring shank nails to to put down underlayment, you still beat it in and you dent it, so you would still have to do the same thing right here. You still have to fill it in. So by far, the staple gun is the way to go if you're going to use, if you're going to put down underlayment. These little bitty holes that that these staples put in there, you don't have to worry about that. Even if you're doing sheet vinyl, that is not going to matter one bit. Now, if you're doing these, look at these big old holes here from the screws. You definitely have to do something about that. I mean, that's just horrible. So I don't know who put this down, but anyway.
It's about 8 p.m. here in Tucson.
Yeah, we're working late. Like I said, I thought I had 8 days on this job, and when I got here this morning, it was scheduled for 8 days, but for whatever reason, something got mixed up with the scheduling, so I gotta have this, I think it's like 3,400 feet of, this had VCT down in it this morning. We actually demoed that tile and cleaned it up, and now we're installing this, and we gotta put LVP down, and this is 1,740 square feet, and we got the rest. There's a bunch more hallways and rooms out through there that's gonna get it as well. And I think a total of like 3,400 square feet that we're doing here, and we only got till Friday to demo, underlay, and reinstall, and with cove base and everything like that. So we're definitely going to be putting in some late nights, but that's okay because I love it. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out again. This is the Bostitch, which is super awesome. The Ridgid, and it's not so awesome. I won't buy it again. It's got a nice rubber grip. I like that about it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a little demo, or give you my feed on those two tools right there because I use them a lot. Anyway, FBSB is out. Thank you for tuning in.